actually, what I'll do is I'll do the aspects first. That's what I'll do. So this is a healing technique that's very powerful. And I want you to go into your zone as you do this. You can ask your spiritual team to surround you, set up your spiritual space. So I'll give you a minute to call in, your, whether you work with the angelics or whether you have your spiritual masters that you work with, or you just call in maybe the divine energy, the Christ consciousness, whatever you do to set up your spiritual space. I'll get you to do that now. And we're going to do a technique where we heal what are called our aspects. Aspects are like personalities. They can be our male, female, or child, and there are many of them. They will hold consciousness or a collection of experiences that are part of our soul's evolution. Aspects can be memories from many lifetimes, and these memories can represent as gifts or wounds. By choosing to bring these into this lifetime, we've chosen to heal the patterns and wounding associated with these aspects. In essence, we are healing the separation that has occurred in our soul relationship in the past. And the healing of this separation must come through unity, through love and forgiveness. So basically what that's saying is that, in previous lifetimes or even in this lifetime, when we go through a negative experience or a challenging experience, what can happen is it creates a level of trauma, or sometimes what then happens is an aspect of our soul can split off and be fragmented. It can separate from us and go into the universe. So by healing the aspects, we are actually unifying that soul separation and unifying our soul to become more whole. And so that's the technique that we're going to do now, which is really, really powerful. And this is part of, I have about 100 different practices and tools and techniques that I work with clients in my sessions, and this is just one of them. But it's a really good one to do right now because we're all wanting to heal at a soul level, particularly through this accelerated process that we're going through of the ascension of the earth and humanity. So what I'd love you to do is just center yourself in your heart center and feel that flame of divine unconditional love expanding. So it goes right around your body and aura. And so you're centered in that flame of divine unconditional love. You're breathing that energy in. And then what you can do when you're centered in that space is to create a doorway. And what you're healing through this is often aspects of our subconscious and our unconscious. But you're creating a doorway in front of you, at least 3 foot in front of you. And this is the doorway to your unconscious or your subconscious. So just create this doorway in front of you. And just trust, yourself through this process. People often think, look up, is it really happening? Am I really seeing it? But just let go of that, that mental sort of judgment or mental questioning or doubt, and just trust yourself. So when you create this doorway in front of you, I want you to call forth all the aspects into the doorway that are holding parts of pain, fear, trauma, judgment, negativity, anything like that, and reassure these aspects to come forward and stand in front of this doorway in front of you. So you're sending love to them and encouraging them to come forward. Just take a moment to call them all in. Some people might have 1 or 2, some might have 20, or some might have more than that. Just ask all the aspects of yourself that have been fragmented or in separation, please come forward and stand in this doorway now, and you're just emanating love at them. And then we're going to say these words. So I'll say them and you can say them internally, or you can say them out loud, or just say them slowly. So you're talking to the aspects as you say this. Whatever has taken place in the past is in the past. I choose now to forgive all that has taken place. I choose now to release all blame, judgment, anger, resentment, negativity, fear, impatience, and intolerance, and unforgiveness. And I now wish to connect fully with unconditional love and forgiveness. You might get pictures, images, memories of your connection to these aspects as you say this, but just keep sending love. You might feel what they feel. Just keep sending love. And I'm going to now call in all masters and angels to help with this healing, bringing in all tools and chambers needed. We ask for all emotions to be lifted, and I ask the great director of the Karmic board to lift all karmic patterning as is in divine alignment. You might see the holographic layers lifting as you do this. We ask the Lord Maitreya to bring down the Tzolk'in wheel, which is the time wheel, to pass through these aspects and help bring them into the now time, into the present moment. Just take a moment for that to work through. Breathing deeply, always really good to breathe deeply through these processes. You know, when we get stressed, we breathe shallowly, so breathing deeply is really important to be mindful of at all times. If you need to pause as you continue, but this next section we're going to do in a minute is just to heal this separation with the next step. So now when you're ready, and if you're watching this back, you might pause it here and just continue till you've done that and then do the next bit. I like to ask now for everyone to create a rainbow bridge from your heart to the aspect's heart, and to invite all parts now that are ready to reunite with you in unity to walk across the bridge into your heart center. This can be quite powerful. You know, you might have tears, and you might feel a big emotional energy as you do this. Just invite all the aspects to come across that bridge. For anyone that has aspects that didn't come across the bridge, just call forth to God and ask the aspects to go to the city of light, to the sleep and dream chambers, or to be placed in a love cocoon so that they can remember the love that they are. So if they haven't come across, just ask to go to the, usually they all come across, but then sometimes they don't, and they're wary and they will stay there. So if you've got some that haven't come across the bridge, just go to the cities of light, deep sleep chambers at night, ask to go there. And when the aspects are healed, they can be returned to you in this chamber. So in the cities of light, the deep sleep chamber. So that's asked. And you can put yourself in a love healing cocoon for integration as well. If they haven't come across, just ask to be placed in a love healing cocoon for integration. So this is a really powerful technique to feel whole again, to really unify ourselves at a deep soul level. So just take a few deep breaths, maybe put new grounding cords in, a new grounding cord from the base of your spine wrapping around of the crystalline core of fifth dimensional earth or above. So feel yourself connecting with that base chakra, with that grounding cord going in, wrapping around the core of the earth. Or you might visualize beautiful grounding roots like a tree from your feet going into the earth and just really grounding your energy. And, you know, whenever we do a powerful technique like this, it's really good to reground yourself again because your energy's shifted. If you like this type of work and you like to do more, please contact me. I do mentoring and I do sessions, and we do all these types of techniques. We have a beautiful heart center technique for just clearing out all the gunk in the heart center. And it's like a spring cleaning for the heart center and really connecting to the Christ consciousness energy. So there's some really beautiful techniques, all ones that up level your soul at a deep soul level.